see why people are banning Cursed Hall a lot right now. As we head into this BOE, let's see where Hanzo Control goes, because he has been the defining hero. If Hanzo goes over to one team, the other team has to usually play dive in order to catch up, because Hanzo is just so difficult to outrace with any heroes in the meta right now.
You need to be able to spread the back line with CC. You can't give out Hanzo with the Malfurion, which is a soft counter with the entangling root at the same time. But BlossoM really thinking, do we really want to start off banning the Shimada or just a Maiev or even the Medivh? But in terms of Miracle, I don't think they're really considering playing Medivh tonight after watching all the draft. And maybe we'll get our own hands with the Medivh. That's what BlossoM should be thinking.
I think the Malfurion's the safest ban because you know that they're unlikely to run the Medivh. You get first pick. If they want to run Hanzo because this is their first pick game, if they're going to win the series, they're going to have less of those. Take Hanzo away on this map. You have the X card, you have the Tracer that we only saw involved twice in our previous series. You have that big ability to carry with Tracer. That's something that Miracle will likely not do, will not take, so you don't have to be as worried about it. Even though they won that last game with Tracer, it was not from star Tracer plays, it was from better rotations, better punish, and some mistakes on the side of Team Glock. So, Miracle, if you ban the Hanzo here, I think it wouldn't be a bad choice, but you give away the Genji first pick. And what are you going to pick as a race tool if the Hanzo, or sorry, if the Genji goes through when you've yourself already banned the Hanzo? A discussion coming out here of Judy leading the charge here on this draft. Unclear.
Unless they have some previous information about BlossoM, what they're going to do on this map. I'd say just go with the ban that you are afraid of against the team comp that you're trying to go for on this map, on this game. They leave a lot open. Bush Shimada is open. The Diablo rotation could happen right after.
Let's see. I think the Hanzo's the best choice for BlossoM now. Again, if they do end up winning this series very much controlled, like a 3-0 or 3-1, this might be one of the last games they get first pick in. So use that to control the tempo of this draft. Take that Hanzo pick, put it out there. I know that Duda would like to play the Tracer, but first picking Tracer here, not reasonable. Hanzo, you have total control. You have full control of the game. And we'll take the Genji. This is so unexpected to me. I know, obviously Dudu is such a great Genji player, but you've left the control of the objective to Miracle's hands. They picked this map. They're playing into what they want. They've taken a safe approach to the draft with the Maiev ban. Now they can take Hanzo. They can take Great Soul Laner here. The sky's the limit for them right now.
Anything other than Genji?
They Tracer Malfurion is what they picked earlier when they had second pick when the Genji went over, but this time Malfurion's banned, so they don't have that ability.
Oftentimes Genji Tyrio, but Genji's taken away, so be moving forward. Actually, another matchup that I wanted to point out was that tank pool. Gondar and Judy, they overlap a lot with Garrosh ETC. So they will take that beforehand, taking that Garrosh away, which was banned the entire series against Galuk.
Yeah, BlossoM's not afraid of the Garrosh. They wanted to control the draft in a different way. They have to make this dive work now, though. I think they need Malfurion in this rotation because, or sorry, not Malfurion, Uther. I think they need Uther in this rotation because they need to Divine Shield the Genji. They need to empower this dive. It needs to be strong. And later on, maybe draft the Leeming for safety. But they're never going to win a race against the Hanzo with the Genji pick locked in like this. So they need to make that a strong dive pick. Garrosh has some peel potential against the Genji, but if you heavy dive him, you can out mobility him so he cannot actually toss you, cannot actually stun you, and he's basically just a big armored target that you don't care about, that you ignore. You get into the backline, you do that damage with the Dragon Blade, you pop the D-Shield. Totally different approach. BlossoM is really moving away from their roots in this. They're drafting so unexpectedly.
Well, that's BlossoM. You can make some predictions, which makes sense, of course.
Yeah, but then they do the opposite.
They do the opposite, which Miracle also kind of off guard. Stukov is and then they will be thinking, okay, we banned Maiev already. Stukov, are they really concerned about our Tracer already? What are they actually thinking? We have our Hounds already, so we can just build the comp around it. Garrosh picked up. They're not really concerned about the tank.
Clock ticking down here. It's tough to ban in this setup because they have a DPS. They've already chosen dive. They have the Soul Laner. I think Li Ming would be the safest ban here, honestly. Where you're saying you have to go full dive.
It seemed like Medivh was incoming. Just to get that out of the way.
Do you like the Medivh ban here?
I think they were really concerned about the Diablo Medivh. Just finishing up with some silent CC, and then Marteo can just pick up with the last rites. And we'll be Genji getting the reset also.
Okay, when you put the Diablo factor in, it's somewhat rare to see him on this map. It was actually Gondar who played it first on this map. It's a good point. When you put the Diablo into perspective, I think it's a really good big picture ban. I'm sold on your argument on this, actually. I think the Medivh ban does make sense, given that broad strokes here.
And this is a different approach. Actually, usually the one that would be banned is Sonya, but in this case where they actually want to pick up kills just to remove that bunker, they would actually like to have Sonya matchup, maybe even a Thrall coming in.
Yeah, the Thrall would be such an interesting pick. They've already used it once. It was more specifically to counter the Maiev setups, but I would like to see it. They've already shown it to us once, and it worked pretty well. They're going to steal the Li Ming away with the Uther. So they have, even though they didn't ban it, they've removed it. So how does BlossoM take this last turn? Do they fully commit to dive, or do they go with something like a Tychus, try to play it a little bit safer? They have the Stukov, they have a lot of sustained healing. Difficult to use that against Li Ming. Maybe even something like an Anub'arak could be great to absorb those Li Ming shots. Have sustained healing, could protect him, you can keep him alive. Difficult to use Anub'arak aggressively, but can be used very well defensively.
What else do you need? Some poke from the back line, I'm just taken away. With that Medivh, and I think they have to be looking into some CC here. Great, as you pointed out, Anub'arak. But they can also fit another DPS into this comp. Maybe even a... I was thinking a Junkrat maybe, but it's going to be Falstad instead.
So Falstad can give them a lot of disengage potential. Can also help set up some big Dragon Blades depending on how it's used. Can blow Uther away and then come in with the Dragon Blade, blow Garrosh away, come with the Dragon Blade, slice everybody up. I really like the Anub'arak for damage mitigation versus Li Ming. Very strong with Uther, or sorry, not Uther. Very strong with Stukov, but even stronger with a Malfurion, as we saw earlier. The attempts there by Gluck to use that combo. Miracle now looking at a tough call for their Soul Laner. They're not going to have any winning matchup without range against the Malthael. So Thrall can give you poke at least. Otherwise, maybe you try to counter some of the global with your own Dahaka pick. But you're not going to have a winning matchup. You just simply will not.
You have a squashy back line. Maybe you want to have something like Leoric, I was thinking for a second. But there's a Falstad already. So you can't really trap down any members of BlossoM either. So going with that Thrall, going for that sustain a little bit. But their back line will be very squishy. Garrosh has to be tanking all that. With the Uther healing, so Miracle in terms of drafting, I think they have lost very hard right now.
Yeah, I think that they have some serious issues in this draft. The Thrall can be really good for controlling how Stukov and Malthael engage, but it's not going to do much good against the Genji. It's simply going to outmaneuver it. It will outflank you. Thrall needs to be doing consistent damage to have sustainability with the Uther. They can make this work, but it's not going to be easy. And this is not Crash Lightning Thrall. This is going to be Soul Lane Thrall. Wiz has always been a great Thrall player. He's the hero he became most famous for, next to his Illidan, of course. And he's now going to understand when they play against H82's Thrall how to engage against him, how to position. on the mount though because he's played so much Thrall himself. HA2 destroyed Gluck with the Thrall pick because he was so good at sundering and picking off targets that were rotating, that were out of place, and also at shutting down some of the combos at post level 10. But this Thrall pick, as much as I like it for the solo lane matchup, I don't know if it will be as effective in team fights.
We'll have to see on that, as Genji already prepping it up for that. Are they considering swapping lanes here?
Looks like it. At least for now. Showing a lot top here. Hanzo goes up for extra safety. And I think this is going to end up being a win for Miracle in the in the short term. HA2 just getting bullied right now, but having a good time down here in the bot lane.
Both teams just being a little careful because they don't really spot all 5 members, top bottom.
Judy hiding here. Not going to be able to get anything. Dudu comes around the safer angle because they didn't have vision.
Also, it's Hanzo right. I think Hanzo's right there just in case Dudu goes. Oh, is he going for that healing fountain strategy? I think they're waiting for that moment. Hanzo's already up there trying to soak. He's in position.
Looking for grab there onto Dudu. Ooh, eats those magic missiles. And gets that force armor. Feels good.
That's why he was also. That's why Hanzo was also throwing that sonic arrow into the middle, where there was no one, just in case he spots that Genji.
It was a pretty neutral early game here, but super awkward that Malthael, because of this lane swap, is down here. He's going to help them grab this camp, so that's the trade-off. A camp here versus some of the damage done onto the top wall. In the short term, it's a win for Miracle because they get the the cannon tower. But if BlossoM can escort this camp in, which so far they're actually not even protecting against Li Ming's orbs, they get this camp to the wall, maybe they could trade it, but yet to be seen. This comp does not have a lot of wave clear outside of Li Ming, and even Li Ming's wave clear is pretty poor. Look at the silence placement. So this actually ends up being a pretty good trade for Miracle, but not as good as what they wanted. This is a really nicely escorted push. Oh my god, Modern Life! Are you kidding me?
You almost died!
Cannot stand there. No, you cannot. Stand back there.
Against the sniper right next to you? No, you don't want to be doing that. But in terms of the speed, of course, with Thrall and Hanzo, they're winning it super hard on that 2v1. And looking at the other side, BlossoM did not really make a great push even with that silence. They don't have anyone great for the siege. They only have a Genji, so they're gonna have some hard time. If it was a gray main, I think they could have.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it was a gray main,
yes,
or a Sergeant Hammer, or
anything
one of the
else.
different heroes, it could have been great. But yeah, if they had Li Ming, it would have been amazing.
Yeah,
but
even that too.
They do not. This is a symptom of what could be a bigger problem. As BlossoM does control this Immortal fight for now. Modern Life doing what he can to do this damage here with his auto attack build. Going to get stronger throughout the rest of the game. For now, just denting this Immortal as commitments coming through here for Miracle. Tossing out those orbs is Gunja.
Phoenix all the way over there. Focused on to Gondar. Will be gone. Reset on to Gunja. Dives in once again with the teleport. Gets the orb damage. Fawcett has been doing some damage alone, but I guess they do barely win.
Yeah, by like 72 or 82 health. I mean, it's as close as it gets.
Ooh, you're doing the math right.
I know, on stream. I can't believe I did it. Well, we're going to race it now. And it looks like a slight lead for Miracle. And they will take it. It's what, 1386. BlossoM really just not even willing to commit to further fighting. Part of the reason why they win this is because they have Hanzo. The other part is they had 4% scaling advantage for the most part with all these heroes with level 6 versus 5. I don't think BlossoM thought they were going to win that. They were just like, we can't make a decision quick enough. Let's just get on this because, you know, we can at least eliminate most of the shields, and that they were able to do successfully. But as you mentioned before, they don't have a lot of poke, so this Immortal is still going to do some serious damage.
Yeah, the poke they have is Fawcett, who's on top, soloing lane against the Thrall right now. Needs to get all the stacks to make the basic attacks a little bit stronger later on. But we'll be late game though. We don't really see auto attack Falstad too much on this map. We say it's a 2-lane map, but we've seen it work. KSP with reset on that Falstad was the one making crazy plays. He was actually flying in to catch targets right after the teamfight happened.
Yeah. Not happening pre-10 here, at least. Another grab on a Gondar who's up at the front, doesn't use his mobility to go in though, which is so key if you're a new Brock player. Remember, it's like the old adage we had to tell Muradin players, like, don't dwarf toss in, dwarf toss out. They're showing some good play here. He had some mistakes in the Eastern Clash, memorably on this hero that cost them big. Was playing very passively today, so gets out of this Judy toss. Silence here, not going to actually save the camp. Stolen here by Miracle.
Stolen, but they have been getting that extra soak from the top. Falstad not really being super greedy, actually falling back every single time. Just waiting for that wave, make sure you get the maximum value. Because once you push that top lane, you have to actually go further to soak in. So being safe, taking a long way out, because once you hit 10, maybe you have some better chances of taking out. You have the shove, maybe take one out with the gust. The isolation can be a great tool when you have the cocoon.
Certainly can be. It's very much a safe style we're seeing, which I think is so key against how Miracle's playing tonight. But they are losing. This game is in favor of Miracle at the moment, and Hanzo's got his Scatter Arrow build online, completed now, so this next Immortal phase, they cannot try to trade it like they did last time. They will not even get the shields down in that scenario. As it looks like Modern Life ended up losing a trade here. Somehow we'll back off. Let's see how BlossoM approaches this. They need to remember what their comp started as with the Genji pick. They need to be aggressive. They need to dive here. They need to use the Anubrock to mitigate the damage. Look at Gondar heading up, trying to block those shots from Li Ming as his goal. He's not able to do it successfully though. And look at this Immortal just chunk down so quickly. They do have Malthael trading on the other side, but this is going to be a 5v4 collapse for Miracle soon as everyone starts to get low. Coming in now, and this Immortal halftime is crushed by Miracle. 6,000. 9,995 lead here. Or sorry, 5,995. God, I almost did it. I was so close, G-Club.
Is it though?
Right? No. I don't know. I'm not going to do math on stream anymore. Let's just say 6K. I was about 6K.
No.
59995? I don't know. 6K.
Bring out your TI-84.
Look, they did more than twice the damage.
There's a dive. Trying to find a target because they hit 10.
Oh, 10
comes in. Oh, a little too out of position there.
Miracle?
We're trying to use that isolation with the Gust.
Miracle played around this so well, though. They did not let that happen. They played around it so well. They knew this was going to happen. They knew 10 was against them. They committed to the Immortal. BlossoM committed to the 10. Still, pushed everybody away. They caught up. They're 1,000 hit points ahead right now. Taunt coming through. Gust, anti-synergy here. At least prevents the Sundering, but Li Ming's starting to get those resets. Ooh. They do lose the Immortal fight, but they want some kills here. Stay away from the globe, says Miracle.
Big commitments. Has used Cocoon onto Hanzo, just buying that time. Also, gusting them away from that Immortal. Did win, but with the cost of Stukov with the 2 heroic, actually. So, this push will not be powerful at all. They still have an Hanzo. This will may not even finish the wall, barely, I would say.
Yeah, just going to get the second cannon tower, it looks like, and that's going to be it. One more swipe will do it. Going to die on its way to the healing fountain. Let me get the swipe. Nope. In animation, taken out. I think Miracle, if they could just continue to play the style that we've been seeing them play all night, and with the draft that they have, I think they're very far ahead. We have to, again, add the caveat we said so many times last series that post 10 minutes, they seem to fall apart when the scaling everything goes up. When deaths matter more, they struggle, and they do crack under pressure a lot, but not tonight. Tonight they have not. Tonight they have played well in the late game.
I think they really have switched their, or at least did something different with the shot calling. They have been on top. They're making some different rotational work as a team this time. As even BlossoM is kind of having a tough time. It is last right locked in. You're looking for that isolation onto a single target.
So good for Garrosh too. I think that after this game, it's just another reminder that Judy's Garrosh is so terrifying. You have to, I think you have to consider banning. I don't want to say you have to ban it. I would be saying, that would be a little bit hyperbolic to say, but I think if you don't respect the Garrosh pick though, you know, it's so frustrating to play with this draft that BlossoM has, because it's tough to use Genji in aggressive range. Sometimes you can get grabbed. Can't dash in as easily set for Dragon Blades. And Last Rites is one way to at least put the further pressure on Garrosh. Be like, hey, I know you basically lived through anything except this.
Except this, and there's a taunt against the Genji, so it works perfectly against what BlossoM has. So far, Gondar, he has been losing that frontline matchup super hard because Judy has been throwing him and costing his life even a few times.
Yeah, it's been more Gondar has had problems with the Garrosh pick than the Genji. Obviously, Maneuverok a little bit less mobile. Gunza clearing, heading back down now. This is a tough one for Miracle's comp to crack because they can't get Hanzo and Liming into position. HA2 dived on here. Totally fine. Will they get the counter engage? Fortunately, just not a quick reaction from HA2 to get the Sunder for the counter engage. Taunt committed here, actually, this time to get him onto this stun circle. Very well done, using the Immortal Circle there, stunning him into that. Follow-up stuns here. The Gust does the second too late. And here we go. Tossing Jaehyun, and he gets the follow-up stun. What are we watching? Miracle looks like 2016 Miracle. Look at this coordination. Whoa. Jaw-dropping execution here. The taunt into the Immortal Circle, into the follow-up stuns. The toss of the Uther for another stun. The Gust was a second too late. They get 2 kills. They crush halftime. 8K shield lead. BlossoM can't even contest this. They're going to lose members if they try.
Yeah, Wiz diving in there early seemed like a risky position. Even Gondar is just blown up right after stun, and Judy will actually walk out because he's Garrosh.
Yep, no Last Rites anywhere near the fight. Wiz just rejoining. Crushing this, throwing our members away. Gunza's mounted, he wants more. Dudu has to Swift Strike away. This is massive for Miracle. They've got a huge lead. 5-0 in this game right now, a whole level lead up. This is going to be fully shielded Immortal, headed straight for the keep wall. Miracle, they're reminding us of Phase 1 last year where they had that full run, the upset run through the playoff bracket. Can they do it again? Getting pretty hyped about the potential for it.
Oh, look at the positioning of H82 coming around. Actually, Spots actually comes out. Just in case there's someone else right next to them, like a Genji. With the side positioning, that's also very scary. Here comes Gondar taunted. There's a Gust to isolate any of the target, but not really connecting. Sundering buying them a good time.
If Judy gets cocooned here, there's a shove. Dudu pulls out that Dragon Blade Divine Shield to counter it though. Early deflect. Stun comes through here. But it's not going to be enough to get them a kill. It's actually Judy who dies first. A second kill coming up. The Immortal's still doing damage to the keep, but resets galore here for Dudu. As they do grab one counter kill on the way out. This should be a keep though, so still a win for Miracle. In fact, they're probably going to feel like this was definitely worth it. Taking that sloppy engage to make sure they get a keep. They can take this bot experience that's free to soak right now, even though it's, you know, 4 on the map versus 2. They grab the soak because it's pushed in so hard on the 4th. They're going to get 16. Full map control given them for the rest of the game.
Yep.
Miracle.
Two more death for a keep. I'll take that any time, unless it's super late game. It's only 1350 in to Immortal, only 2 lane, and now you will have that pressure. And of course, BlossoM, they have Falstad to actually clear that. Gladly for them, they have the global to actually split soak this entire time and make sure they don't have too much pressure onto that top lane. But still, Miracle, they can work on the other lane now. They have the Hanzo, they have Liming, who actually got caught. They're actually taking Diamond Skin at 16 because it's going to be a lot more damage, making sure you have shield on yourself so you can survive, because your only healing amount is coming from Uther.
Yeah, they're worried about, yeah, that's actually the greatest thing. They're also worried about the burst coming through from Falstad's, you know, explosive hammering and Genji's Dragon Blade, but already another kill coming through. Positional mistakes from BlossoM here, damage coming out from Liming. They did this without Garrosh. Nasong can't avoid the damage there from Disintegrate. Great Spirit Wolf grabbing him there. Help finish off the kill as Gunza canceled that Disintegrate a little bit early, but still, Miracle looking for a second keep here. Maybe the game. Wiz gets tossed in.
Oh man, they're coming off the charts here as they're...
Jigglypuff, Miracle, are we sure this is the same team? They are destroying right now.
We are sure because we saw them just now during the break. They are the same people.
Yeah, I know. When I came in to work today, when I came in to broadcast this, did all my prep and looked into the history of this team and what they did this year. No one could predict them to win the first series. No one could predict them to be in the second series, and now they are dominating with a better draft, better execution.
You know, once Li Ming's diving into on the Nubarak alone, oh, that team's certainly having a win right there. And BlossoM right now throwing big time on that bottom keep. 2 keeps down. All the camps are pressuring in. What do you really want to do as BlossoM?
You want to feel real sad right now, I think is what you want to do.
Maybe think about Game 2 draft already.
Yeah, think about that Garrosh ban a little bit more. They win the halftime, crushing it. And now, as we head into this is the first time in a while BlossoM will have all 5 members up to look for a contest. Falstad can fly in. They need to have some sort of crazy engage here. And Gondor better not get tossed again by Judy, or it's going to be a bad time. Gets dismounted here. Judy looking for the unusual angle to flank. BlossoM does not have vision. Still don't know where he is.
Let's wait a little more.
Does, man.
Miracle is still Miracle.
Okay, Judy left side. Spotted.
They have pressure both lanes, so no need to contest at all. They can take as much time as they want, and they will have a false stack going back. So after spotting that, pretty sure they will try to pressure in a little bit more with the leaning poke.
So much poke coming through here. How can they engage this? All they have is Falstad Gust. He's in the top right lane right now. He could come down.
Where's AFK? Oh, he's moving now.
Okay, about to have to report him, but
I think he got that red notice on top, so he had to move.
Yeah. Okay. Coming through now. Gust not going to be used here for an engage.
Way
this
too
is
risky.
Late. It's too late. This is already over. This fight is already over. They had it was their one tool. That was their one tool to win a fight here, to win this Mortal Phase. Now it's going to get outpoked. Using Gondor to come in. Cleanse comes through early. And eventually Miracle will poke this down with Scatter Arrow and Li Ming. That's it. That was their one shot. We're trying to send Wiz over to 1v Immortal here. I don't know why that came out of my mouth a little bit weird, but try to, split off and deal damage to the Immortal, but he'll never do it fast enough. So Immortal basically has infinity health.
Though Miracle does not have the best sustain, once they are never touched because there's a lack of poke from BlossoM, unless Genji dives in and pokes in real hard. Miracle, they don't even need to get close. There's a toss onto the taunt, and the disengage from the Gust actually pretty good this time.
Goodza has that the diamond skin, survives a little bit longer with it. The Immortal fight is over. They just need to hit the last 1,000 damage onto it. Goodza looking for an angle for that. He's pinging it.
Being super patient. I like this play from Miracle.
I know.
They have never done this year.
I know. It's crazy. 17.
Never in 2018.
Yeah. 17,894 health is what finishes this Immortal. Shield's coming up.
You can read the numbers.
Yeah, I can do that.
Catapults gets taken from Modern, but the pressure will be real on top with that much shield that you just said.
Look at how
17K.
Look at how much 17,894. And look at Miracle, what they're doing. They're not trying to prep the wave. They're not trying to overextend. They're not even going to necessarily call core here unless they can make a fight happen on their terms. They've had the better defensive engages with Judy's Garrosh, and that is what they are trying to win this map with.
Look at that. They know they can send the Immortal. They're closer to 20. They can actually make it happen. Great cleanse on the Wiz just now.
Sundering the follow-up. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do anything because of the Gust. Gondar is close in here to being grabbed and trapped. Unfortunately, that Ruins keeps him alive there from that shove. Okay, commitment here to the Cocoon onto Garrosh again, but he's going to pop out with tons of armor. They're going to kill the Immortal before the core goes down. But Miracle still seems fine with this.
Yep, they can hit 20.
So safe! Like, what is this? Is this Miracle that we are watching? Like, they do not play like this!
Before 20, BlossoM wants to make an engage, but Modern takes so much damage. If he wants to fly back and make a crazy Mighty Gust play, I think he will be the one dying from getting rooted for all those burst damage from Li Ming and Hanzo. Oh man. How are they so patient? They have never been this patient. They were never this crisp with the late game decisions.
They're just trying to play around Judy's Garrosh, and it's working so well for them. BlossoM is just struggling to get in there and take hard engages with their very aggressive dive. That doesn't synergize with the Falstad Gust. Modern Life's had a pretty lackluster Falstad here in general, but there's nothing they can gust into besides the Tormented Souls. Oh wait. They went for last right. So, what are you really going to do? You can try to gust people into a Dragon Blade engage, but you don't have Divine Shield. The options are limited, and the Hanzo pick and the Li Ming follow-up gives them so much poke. So Miracle never has to engage. They never have to fight. Majority of the 9 kills they hold at the moment come from defensive engages because they have control of the Immortal fight first with the poke, or have control of the map with the catapults. 30 seconds till this comes up. They're looking to show a pretend backdoor here, and then have Judy get a toss kill.
Look at that. Sonic Arrow just to make sure if someone's there.
Yeah. Judy's unspotted at the moment. Pretty obvious location, so I don't think people are going to fall for this, but still no vision of Judy.
BlossoM's really close to 20. You still need a little bit more time. Spotting Judy, just throwing the shuriken right there. So they will catch up to level 20. Do hit epic mount, so they can be a good tool to actually rotate them.
Yeah, it would definitely be better than what they've been doing so far. Although, to be honest, I think Nexus Frenzy might have been the best choice here. As the Gusts, no matter how fast they do them, aren't going to be great. Gondar caught again. Stunned, taunted, silenced. Gust helps him survive here, but he has to burrow charge away, so he's irrelevant now in this fight.
He does have the rewind. Can always come back, but needs to be healed.
He's healed a little bit, but he's low health. And now this comp that's designed to crush the Immortal is going to crush it. Might be able to race if they went for Malthael, if they went for Nexus Frenzy. They did not. They have to invade. Gust is already used. Here comes again Gondar. Tossed into the stun. Silence place here. Very well done, but Miracle's just on their way out. This is the problem with sustainability, though. They can't do this forever with the Uther pick you were talking about. But for the first time, BlossoM has control of the Immortals.
Miracle doesn't even need the sustain. They're not really getting poked. Genji's not really diving in because of the taunt. Even after the taunt, I think they're just being way too passive today with the Genji, not really making any impactful plays.
It's just so difficult against Judy's Garrosh. Another toss through with the silence. Cleanse comes through. Not long enough. Divine Shield, though, cancels the last rites. Judy survives. The core is under attack. It's do or die time here for BlossoM. Dragon Blade's out. Can't keep it going. There's the kill there onto Uther. He does have redemption. Modern Life desperately trying to go back to defend the core. He gets it off. He will go home. Gondar will not, though. And there's going to be another reset here for Li Ming. This game is over.
Either they defend this core or their Immortal, they have to win the team fight. If they lose their Immortal, it's going to be GG. Regardless, 70% only with the shield.
They're coming in. They want to end this. Shove going to buy some time, but it's going to also cost him his life. Nasan goes down. Miracle's going to take the win here. They're going to take the first game against BlossoM here tonight. Historic moment for this team. Has never done well in playoffs, and that is going to be it. Miracle takes game 1. The upsets continue. This team is playing the best they have all year, and dare I say it, the best they have in 2 years tonight.
Was this the biggest picture ever in HGC? Were they trying lots of new things for the playoff just to make sure they get all the experience and take down all the titles from Glut, from BlossoM, and testing against Tempest will be the winner of